Welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is Cypherbox bringing you the latest in boxing news, and basically what I want to talk about in this video is Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Now, just read an article where Amir Khan has said that he's looking to come back at the end of the year. He wants to win a world title. He wants to avenge his losses to LERMONT PETERSON and GARCIA. And he also talked about Kell Brook. Now, he says that before he fights, he's open to still fighting Kell Brook, and before he fights Kell Brook, he wants to do all of those things which I just mentioned. And he's thrown in, as always, a condition to fighting Kell Brook, which is he's saying that if the fight is going to happen against Kell Brook after all of that, Hearn cannot be part of Kell Brook's team anymore. Basically, Kell Brook needs to leave Hearn as his promoter if Kell Brook ever wants to face or step into the ring with Amir Khan. Now, I don't know where to start with Amir Khan. I mean, he's had a rough year, I suppose, personally. You know all the stuff that's gone on with his wife, Anthony Joshua, etc., etc. His business with his family. He's split from his family. He's now back, with his family managing his career. So his father, Shai Khan, his uncle and his friend are all back managing his career now. He's got his old team back together. That's what he says. He says that's what he needs. Okay, fair play. That's up to him what he wants to do in terms of who manages his career and who he has around him. But this whole thing with Kell Brook is getting ridiculous, in my opinion. Every time Amir Khan or anyone talks about this fight or asks Amir Khan about this fight, he puts in ridiculous demands. He's always asking, well, Kell Brook's got to prove himself by fighting an elite fighter. Well, before it was pick up a world title. He picked up a world title. Then he said, oh, you have to fight someone credible and, have some credible names on your record. So he fought Triple G, Then he said, oh, if he beats Errol Spence, I'll fight him. He didn't beat Errol Spence. He lost to Errol Spence, Now he's saying, oh, if he leaves Hearn, that fight will happen. Not only that, the last time they tried to negotiate the fight, his team was trying to get, I believe it was a 70-30 split for Khan, and Khan didn't even have a world title. And I think that was after he had his loss to Canelo Alvarez, when he got knocked out in the 6th round. And Hearn turned around and said, well, no, Kell's not going to settle for that. It's 50-50 or nothing. So the fight never happened. I seriously, in my opinion, I'm starting to wonder if Amir Khan ever really wanted to have this fight, or whether he really wants it, or is he just talking? Because it's getting to the point now. You know what? It's got to the point where I'm not even really that interested in this fight, to be honest with you. If it happens, it happens. Great, I'll watch it. But it's not something like I'm dying to see anymore. Whereas before I was, if that makes sense. Like Triple G versus Canelo, dying to see that fight. This fight, I don't really care if it happens now or if it doesn't happen. If it happens, like I said, great. If it doesn't, who cares? But I think, he's always putting stipulations in. He's always putting some sort of condition in, where the fight will always end up breaking down. Negotiations will always break down between the two sides, because Amir Khan always throws in these ridiculous demands. Amir Khan is not a superstar in boxing. I don't care how many people follow him in Pakistan or in, the Middle East. I don't care. End of the day, he's not at the top, of boxing's A-list anymore. He's not. Let's face it, he's not. People know who he is, but would you say he's at the top of boxing at the moment? No. I know he's been inactive since the Canelo fight because of his hand injuries. He's had, I think he's had now a 3rd operation apparently on his hand, which he's been having difficulty with. That's now apparently sorted and he's ready to come back. But he's not, in my opinion, a superstar. He needs to rebuild his career himself. So for him to turn around and make demands like that of Kell Brook, I think is ridiculous. You know, end of the day, he lost his last fight. Kell Brook's lost his last fight, so he's in no position to start making demands, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and it just feels like another reason. You know, another reason for this fight not to happen. Let's throw this in there, and we know Kell will say no to it, and you know the fight won't happen. That's how I feel every time he throws something into it. And I'm just kind of sick and tired of it. I think Kell Brook's probably sick and tired of it. Oh, we don't even know what Kell Brook's next move's going to be anyway. But whether he stays at 147 or move up to 154. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, Amir Khan's sucked out all the excitement for this fight, in my opinion. You know, with his continuous diva mentality, and that's the way I look at it. You know, I don't care what anyone else out there says. I don't care what all of, you know, if you Amir Khan fanboys jump on here and start slagging me off. But the truth is the truth. You don't see Kell Brook making demands. He's just saying, get in a ring and let's do it. You know, but don't think you're going to make a mug off me. It's 50-50 or no fight. Simple as that. You know, and I agree. It should be 50-50. Because Amir Khan, like I said, is not a superstar. You know, he's not the A-side in this at all. He's got nothing to put out there to say that he's the A-side of this fight. I'm sorry. He may have had great, you know, fought credible opponents in the past, but those were years ago. Before Canelo Alvarez, his last real tough fight, credible opponent, was against Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia, actually not even Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia was a replacement for Lamont Peterson last minute. Danny Garcia was only just starting to make his name in boxing. So it would have been against Lamont Peterson. You know? So, and since then, he's never fought anyone after that, really. No big real names, in my opinion. He fought, alright, he fought Juan Diaz. He fought, you know, Collazo. You know, these are guys who are at the end of their career. So like I said, except for Canelo, he hasn't really fought anyone, mate. And against Canelo, he got knocked out. So he's got no reasons. He's got no reason to make the demands. He's got no rights to make the demands that he's making. If he wants to fight Kell Brook, just get in the ring with him and fight him. Who cares who his promoter is? Doesn't matter if it's Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Al Heyman. You know, it doesn't matter. Just get in the ring and fight him. Part of me thinks that he doesn't want Eddie Hearn involved. It's because Eddie Hearn isn't going to let Amir Khan, you know, let Amir Khan get away with the things that he's trying to do in terms of the negotiations for this fight. You know, he's also turned around and said he doesn't like Eddie Hearn because he thinks he's disrespectful. And apparently Eddie Hearn has told Amir Khan that Eddie Hearn believes Amir Khan will beat Kell Brook. And all this other stuff, you know. I'm sure Eddie Hearn would deny that. We don't know what was said behind closed doors. But either way, what does it matter? If Eddie Hearn's his promoter or Don King's his promoter. Doesn't matter who his promoter is, just get the fight on. So, like I said, kind of sick and tired of Amir Khan and his diva-ish demands when it comes to Kell Brook, fighting Kell Brook. You know, either do it or just shut up, is my opinion. Either get in a ring, put your money where your mouth is, fight Kell Brook, prove to everyone you're better than him, beat him, you know, just get in a ring. Otherwise, just shut up. If you're not serious about fighting Kell Brook, don't bring it up. Leave it at that. That's what I say. That's my opinion on it. That's where I'm going to leave it. Alright? As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, this is Cypherbox reminding you to keep it real.